Hello, Dharma friends. I'm so happy you could join me today. This is the Dharma message for Sunday, April 10th, 2022. And this is also our Shotsuki Hoyo weekend. And this gives us a moment to pause, reflect, remember, and express our gratitude to our friends and loved ones who have passed away in the month of April during any given year. It's a very important occasion, so I'm very happy that you could join me today. And today we are remembering the following individuals. Miyoshi Abe, Nathan Ackerman, Fujiko Akutagawa, Robert Kanji Bennett, Mary Corella, Katsuichi Fuji, Maruo Fuji, Kenzo Kenneth Goto, Glenn Hirohata, Masami Kudo Howard, Shizuka Ikeda, Takeo Ikeda, Sen Inoshita, Tom Kajimura, Jun McShay, Ikuko Matsumori, Chieko Matsumoto, Tane no Shin Matsumoto, Totoshi Matsuzaki, E Miyauchi, Masae Ono, Jiro Ozaki, Koichi Ozone, Se Shiokawa Ozone, Albert Sadler, Sanford Sato, Tokumatsu Henry Takemori, Takeo Takeuchi, Suyeko Takiguchi, Tatsuo Teraji, Rinka Teruya, Ayako Tomoka, Masao Tsutsumida, Katsu Urasaki, Tomie Washiro, Sugi Watanabe, Matsusuki Mat Yamamoto, Chiyoko Yoshihara. We also remember our loved ones and friends who maybe are not on our Shotsuki Hoyo list for April, or for anyone else that my Dharma friends would like to remember for the month. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Naman Dabutsu, Naman Dabutsu, Naman Dabutsu, Naman Dabutsu, Naman Dabutsu, Naman Dabutsu, Naman Dabutsu. Well, hi again, Dharma friends. Would you please place your hands together and join me in Gasho? Whether one is left behind or goes before, it is surely a sorrowful thing to be parted by death. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Naman Dabutsu, Naman Dabutsu, Naman Dabutsu, Naman Dabutsu. So the reading I just shared with you came from our founder, Shinon Shonin, and he wrote this in a letter just a few years before he passed away himself. And, at first glance, it seems very sad and depressing to read something like this or to have it read to you. But we all know that death is inescapable. It will come to all of us. And we have no idea if it's going to come to us when we're young or when we're old. It could come expectedly, after a long illness, or it can come unexpectedly after a short illness or an accident. It's inescapable. And so last weekend, we celebrated Hanamatsuri, so the birth of Shakyamuni Buddha. And the first noble truth that he shared with others after he grew up and became an enlightened being, a Buddha, was that we cannot escape suffering or dissatisfaction, or just things happening. It's just part of life. It's incredibly natural, right? And another thing that is difficult is being separated from our loved ones when they pass away. So Shinran's words, I feel, really speak to that notion. But there's another part that follows this in the same letter that he wrote to one of his followers. And I find that there's hope in this next line. But the one who first attains nirvana vows without fail to save those who were close to him first, and lead those with whom he has been karmically bound, his relatives and his friends. So what does this mean? Well, maybe some of you have heard the idea of when a loved one passes away, your relationship doesn't end. It just transforms into something else. It's a new type of relationship. And you hear from many people like ministers or your friends or family that always constantly remind you that, your loved ones, your friends, those you care about are not truly gone because they reside here. And that does bring some comfort. But the idea that your loved ones can actually return to you is quite incredible. And there's a key word in that second line. It talked about those who go before vow without fail to save those they were close to, their friends, their relatives, people they cared about. A vow is incredibly important when one becomes a Buddha. It is a vow that cannot be broken. It is something that will happen. And so in our quiet moments when we're maybe mourning somebody who has passed away, if we can let go of our sadness for a moment and just sit peacefully and reflect on the impact that they had on our lives, you might hear them speaking to you. Or you could sit there and wonder, what would they do in this situation? What guidance would they give me? And you may actually hear their words in your mind coming back to you. And I imagine they would say things like, hang in there. You got this. Ganbatte. It's going to be okay. Carry on. And I love you. It's incredibly powerful. And for me, as a convert to Buddhism many years ago, when it's Shotsuki Hoyo month, and I read the names of the people who have passed away, even though now I'm getting to the point where there's names on that list of people I have personally known and have had an opportunity to interact with and be grateful that I've had those moments, there are still many names of people I don't recognize. And I apologize, in years past if I've ever mispronounced somebody's name. I do practice as best I can because I want to get it right. And even though it may seem like I'm not karmically close to those people I never met, I still feel that I truly am, because these individuals brought all of you into my life. They helped to build the temple and sustain it. They helped to spread the Nembutsu teachings in all their efforts, even though maybe happened years ago and I never met them, have directly impacted me. And for that, I'm incredibly grateful. So I think that's also important for all of us to think about during Shotsuki Hoyo. Just like Shakyamuni Buddha, lived over 2,500 years ago. None of us have been on this planet with him while he was alive, right? But yet we benefit from the Buddha Dharma that he taught. We benefit from the countless efforts of so many people throughout the millennia who've brought the teachings to us. And we do think about them, during services. We talk about the 7 Pure Land Masters. We talk about Shinran Shonin, our founder. We talk about the Myokonin, the very special Nembutsu followers. But there are so many others that we need to reflect on. And so in Shotsuki Hoyo, whether you recognize the names or not, I hope that you take the time to reflect on the efforts those individuals have made to make your life possible so that you can encounter the Buddha Dharma. So thank you so much for listening, everyone, today. I hope to see you all very soon. I think we're getting close. Take care now. And would you please put your hands together and we'll recite the Nembutsu one more time. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Naman Dabutsu. Naman Dabutsu. Naman Dabutsu. Naman Dabutsu. Naman Dabutsu. Naman Dabutsu. So until we see each other, take care.